And USC, which is, of course, from the area, they're going to try to make 89 runs in their 15 overs. Matches were shortened because of rain last night and this morning.
Yeah.
It's the total itself, it's not huge, but it's still a defendable total. I know you're new to the game.
Yeah.
But it's a total that could still present a little bit of a challenge to USC. And, of course, Washington will be given their all. One of the things about these college players is that they're highly competitive. So University of Washington is our newest team, and they'll give it their all. So ultimately, even if they're not able to defend that 88 runs, they would put it all out on the field. Your baseball players even trying their hands at cricket against some of our cricket guys.
I see that. You know, I had a vision a long time ago about incorporating baseball with the youth, and it has grown to a point to where we're reaching kids at a phenomenal rate right now. I see a vision of us doing that with cricket. The kids interacting not only with the cricket players, the officers that we want to get involved in cricket. And the whole goal in the end is to reach more kids and get involved in sports and get them playing instead of out there dealing with drugs, gangs, crime, and bullying.
Abhi Trivedi, bowling all-rounder.
So I see the future of us joining together, collaborating, and bringing this awareness to this game.
Right. I'm Ankit Harsora. I'm a left-arm bowler and a left-hand batsman.
I guess not.
And I myself, playing baseball for all these years, knew nothing about cricket. And I find it already, learning the rules,
fascinating,
a very exciting, interesting game.
As we watch the USC batsmen come out, one of them is the captain, Ankit Harsora. As a matter of fact, left-hander. He'll be on strike. A nice-looking run up there from the Washington Huskies fast bowler, right arm. And it is Ankit Harsora on strike, and there's no run. The bowler is Trivedi, opened the bowling for Washington. And that, Michael, is what we call a fast bowler. So he takes a run up and comes in trying to bowl as fast as he can.
Yes.
Not every ball, because you'll vary the swing, the movement, and that kind of stuff. You'll put in a slower one. And Trivedi is also, you want to keep on a good line, because you don't want to give the batsman an opportunity to hit you wherever, you know. Here he comes. Right arm. Ankit plays that off the legs, and they'll get a single. Didn't get a hold of it well.
They actually scored a point, correct?
A run, just like in baseball. Yeah.
I think this will be very interesting for the kids to learn. I mean, I see it already. We're going to reach many lives. We're going to save many lives.
I'm Denver Bopaya, right-hand batsman, right-arm off-spin.
Yep. And speaking of which, I should mention that the Sling is our presenting sponsor, Sling TV, and our associate sponsor is LED King. As you can see the banners over there. You're watching American College Cricket West Coast Championship. I'm speaking with Officer Michael Scott from the LAPD Baseball League. He's actually the president and been doing some great work as we watch the right arm Trivedi come running in. A nice front on shot of the bowler running in. And he got that one in the block hole just about at Yorker length, and played defensively by the batsman. Now, when it's pitched up like that into the, almost into the bat, it's called a Yorker. It's harder to play because it's not full on the bat. It's not dropping in front where you get some time to play the shot. Nice front on shot of the bowler come running in, fast bowler, outside the off stump, moving away, and the keeper takes it. So not a bad over so far.
No.
The score is 1 after 4 deliveries, and USC can take their time, but at the same time can't get complacent. Chasing 88, and this one's a good ball. Oh, and a misfield will cost them a run there. But backed up by the captain, and that's the end of the over. So just 2 runs in that over. Trying to get 89 to win. This is USC in the first semifinal, the American College Cricket West Coast Championship for the David Sentence Trophy.
मुखी जी, बताइए कैसी लड़की चाहिए आपको?
अच्छी लड़की चाहिए।
मेरा मतलब है वर्किंग गर्ल चाहिए या हाउसवाइफ?
जय श्री कृष्ण।
जय श्री कृष्ण।
क्या अंतर है दोनों में? काम तो दोनों ही करती, बस जगह बदल जाती है।
ये मोह के धागे, एक नया शो सोनी पर।
Small steps in life sometimes takes tremendous courage.
Taste of Indian samosas. And before you travel the world, call Jaya Travel. Presented by Sling Television and Lakshmi brand, made fresh because health is real wealth.
So how long have you been doing this, Michael?
Well, I've been doing this for 16 years. 16 years I've been running the baseball team. We actually have a foundation now. It's called the Los Angeles Police Baseball Foundation.
Vineet Omkaram, batting all-rounder.
Positively impact the lives of our youth through baseball, through the interaction. And that's important, that the kids continue to play sports. It's sports. And
Denver Pohaya on strike, and I want to play defensively. The bowler is... I'm sorry, Ankit Arsora is on strike. We're waiting for the name of the bowler. We'll tell you that shortly. So there's Bopaya, the batsman on strike, and Kit Ansori is the left-hander. And this one, he doesn't get all of it how he wanted to, but they get a single square leg. And you reaching how many kids you figure now?
Oh, we have reached, the number is phenomenal. We have reached thousands upon thousands of kids because we do events every year. We do an annual event in the summertime called the Swing-a-thon, and it's pretty much a youth-oriented event. We invite youth out to learn different sports. It's clinics that we put on for the youth, so we would love to incorporate cricket into that clinic that we've been doing since 2001.
Well, we will definitely, as a nice shot there of the batsman, as we'll definitely be doing that with you. And this one's played out into the offside. They'll get a quick single. Oh, they're indecisive, and this could be a bit of indecisiveness by the batsman. Nearly cost them a wicket, but ultimately they were safe. And it's 3 without loss. The bowler is Karam. As we watch him come and begin his run up. A bit of stutter step there. Nice delivery and has some pace to his action there. And the batsman couldn't get it away. So you're watching the American College Cricket West Coast Championship presented by Sling TV. And we're happy to have them as a sponsor. There's a shot of David Sentence and Mustafa Khan. The 6'6" Mustafa Khan standing next to David. Makes us all look small around here. Captain Ankit Arsora for USC batting. And he flashes that one outside the off stump.
I can see the collaboration, having LAPD officers out there playing this game against one of the teams and have the kids watching, learning both sports at the same time. And
we'll definitely do that. And then as soon as you guys get a little better, I'm going to try to hook you guys up to play the NYPD.
Yes.
As this one is driven nicely, but the man down in the deep at mid-off will stop that from going to the boundary. It's just a single. As you're watching American College Cricket presented by Sling. And there's a shot of the USC bench. And of course, this is on Sony. Sony and American College Cricket bringing televised cricket to you. And we're playing at Woodley. Woodley is one of the best fields, Michael, in the country.
Wow.
And the other beautiful thing about it is that there are 4 fields next to each other. So it makes it easy to hold a tournament where you need to use multiple fields. As the ball comes in now, this one's played nicely. What a glorious shot. It'll drop inside the boundary, but definitely before. A glorious flick there by the left-handed Ankit Arsora, the captain of USC. And that's an example of let's say, the equivalent of a home run in baseball.
Oh, okay.
And, of course, a boundary in cricket, you can get either a 4 or a 6. You get more 4s than you get 6s. But that was a beautiful shot as well. And you might have noticed it was more wrist than it was power.
Yeah, I think that would be in itself an interesting. There's some interesting points in cricket that for the kids to learn. Yeah, we just have to. We have to get this out there.
Definitely, and the thing about it, as you saw, wrist being used there, as we will follow the action for a second. Nice shot of the bowler coming in, and now when he plays and misses outside the off stump, good shot there. As you can see, the fast bowler run in. The thing about cricket, you can be any size to play it because it's not all about power. So you can be able using the wrist a lot, forearms, or you can be a power player.
Yeah.
You know, technique is important. It just gives just about anybody a chance. As this one's on the leg side and he tries to go back of the square, but wrapped on the pad. That one was clearly outside the leg stump. So their shouts were in vain for LBW decision. University of Washington Huskies, of course, the newest American college cricket team. Michael, they came down from Seattle. And this team just came together within the last month, but it's an example of the type of work these guys do to move the game forward.
Yeah. You know, knowing that New York has a team, it will be interesting to.
Oh, when he plays and misses outside the off stump, of course the fielders are hoping for an edge.
West Coast rivalry is always important.
Cricket,
that would be.
I'm going to have to connect you with the NYPD officer. Rana is the man who runs the league.
Yeah.
I'm going to connect you with him. As this one, the bowler attempts to dig it in, doesn't rise. Batsman plays defensively, but they're able to get a single off the bat. And so the Huskies doing their best here to keep the scoring by the Trojans in check. And there was actually a huge USC versus UCLA football game last night. Yeah. I had to go to bed early and wake up early. I haven't even checked who won. Do you know who won?
I didn't see the score.
Okay.
As I don't know who won that game. UCLA was favorite to win, but...
Really?
Yes.
So...
This is interesting to me. It's exciting, just like when I started our baseball team back in 2000. I see the vision of this sport increasing over here on the west side of Los Angeles, especially with the youth.
And this camper, quick single there. So you're watching American College Cricket presented by Sling TV. And this is the first semifinal, USC versus Washington. Washington defending 88. The matches were reduced due to a bit of rain. But otherwise, it's great to be in the LA area. Such beauty as we see. I believe it's Ankaram coming in. Let's double check that. Yes, it is Ankaram in his second over. So far, 3 runs has been scored off his over, off his bowling. The run rate right now is 3.47, so it's well below what it needs to be. But then they do have the wickets in hand, and they have to get 8 or 9 runs. So no need to necessarily rush it. And this one he tries to go for some more pace and display it onto the onside. And they'll get a single there. So it'll be awesome to follow up with you, and we'll talk more offline about what we can do together in the future.
Yes.
And as I said, I'll definitely want to connect you with Officer Rana at the NYPD.
You know, putting together something, collaborating together, and just basically raising awareness and funds for youth is the most important thing behind this, and that's eventually going to change the lives of our youth. And this is exciting to me, this sport, and I'm excited to get started on you guys teaching us how to play this sport and then us being able to teach the youth.
Well, you got it. I mean, I'm of course based out in New York, but we have Mustafa Khan and David Sentence right here in LA to, do a lot more on the ground than I will be able to. But I'll be motivating our collaboration, from where I am in New York, and then of course I'll be back here periodically. So there's a lot we'll do. I'm excited as well because I did want, ever since the NYPD has had the cricket team and the cricket league, I've wanted to see similar for LAPD.
Yes.
Because as you said, the competitiveness between the two will really work wonders for all the reasons. The community outreach, the youth outreach, and of course just for the game as well.
The game itself. We also have what we call the World Police and Fire Games. And next year, every 2 years it's held in a different country.
Yeah, well, it's funny you mention that because back when I helped started the NYPD police officers team, the first event, as we watch Trivedi dig that one again, and that beats the keeper, diving keeper, and he'll go away for 4. I'm guessing that'll be buys. No, it's runs. Perhaps he got an edge there. So 4 runs there. Not something the Washington fielders or bowlers, as we watch the replay. Yep, it could have been caught as well. A diving keeper just couldn't get to it, but a pretty valiant effort. And that's an example of the. Maybe you could say they happen more than in baseball.
Yes.
But the impact can be, in this case, pretty big because that's an extra. That's 4 runs, right?
4 runs, yeah.
In many cases, there might not be a run impact because you might just misfeel and the ball might stay right there.
Correct.
So it is something as this one is hit back to the wall, nice bit of feeling by the bowler. The left-handed Ankit Arsora, the captain of Trojans, batting. And yeah, it is something that we've looked at. Funnily enough, just a quick thing on this. The keeping of statistics in baseball was actually started by a cricketer named Henry Chadwick, a cricket reporter back in the 1800s. And he moved here from England, and he started applying cricket statistics as, nicely stared by Ankit Arsora, past the man, dive in at a short backward point. And it's a glorious shot, a valiant effort by the fielder, number 2. But just a beautiful shot there. And that's an example of where, for instance, in baseball, the closest might be a bunt.
Yes.
But in cricket, you have many different ways you can do something similar where you just use finesse rather than any other thing, power. And he got 4 going down to backward point. So 4 glorious runs there to Ankit Arsora. Nice hooked, and that'll be 4 more. The bowler dug that in. It didn't get up in height. And as you can see there, Michael, this one went in the other direction, and it was 4 runs. That one,
see the
he swung that. We call that a hook or a pull.
Similarities.
Replay of
in baseball, in cricket, it's just the eye and hand coordination is similar. I mean, it's great to see that.
So we might see a replay of that hook shortly. But that was a replay of the shot past backward point. And so statistics. It comes out. That's a replay there. Right arm over the wicket. And Ankit Arsora, a nice looking cover drive, but there's a man on the deep. They'll just get 2. And 2 runs more to Ankit Arsora off a good shot. So we have shots in 3 different places. One was backward point for 4. The other one was backward of square leg for 4. Mm-hmm. And this one was through the cover area. They got 2 runs for that. Here comes bowler outside the off stump. And he cracks that square. That'll go for... Will it get to the boundary? And we'll wait to see if there's a signal from the umpire. It was hard to tell from our vantage point. No, not a boundary. So another good-looking shot. The captain, Ankit Arsora, just picking up the pace here and getting some quick runs for his team. And this one is in the air, but safe. Over mid-off. They'll get a couple here again.
With those points adding up here.
Yep, Trivedi is becoming expensive here in his 3rd over. And not a happy man at the end of his spell, having given away quite a bit of runs in that over. But of course, he was bowling to a man on the go, Ankit Harsora. So thank you once again for coming by, Michael.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I'm looking forward to working. I think we're going to do big things in the future with cricket and baseball collaborating together to basically bring awareness to youth, pretty much, get them interested in sports, in both sports.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm excited about this. So
Thank you
for
for
coming
your
by.
time. I really appreciate it. I'm going to stick around and
Brahman, batsman.
some of these players.
Yeah, and when I get the chance, I'll chat some more with you off
Yes.
the commentary.
Yes. Thank you for your time.
All right. As we see a new bowler coming into that attack, it's the captain, Brahman. And he, of course, has done a tremendous job getting the team here. As we bring David back into the commentary. Washington now on 30 without loss. Sorry, not Washington. USC 30 without loss, chasing Washington. We see a nice looking shot, square of the wicket on the offside, no run. So 30 without loss. We're now in the 6th over. A scoring rate right now of 6. Nicely flighted by Brahman Chaudhary, and they'll get a single here. Not exactly the strongest of efforts by the man at mid-off. And is the man at extra cover backed him up. And a single. As you see a shot of the pavilion in the commentary box there. Ankit Harsora, the left-hander, back on strike. Brahman Chaudhary. And this was played out into the offside, and oh, is it a run out? We'll see a replay on that as well. But the umpire raised his finger and he's out. Run out. As we watch
Hi Lloyd, good to be back in the box. It's great meeting Mike, doing his with the new batsman. Probably gives him a little intelligence as to how to handle things. And I guess incoming batsman is Sai Charat. Ankit seems to be well in control. He's a very experienced bat, actually. So let's... Number 3, the bowler is Brahman Chaudhary, who actually learned his cricket in Southern California, bowling off a nice short runner.
I'm Charan Kilari, right-handed batsman and right-handed bowler.
University of Washington, so it's nice to see him back in his home territory. And he did a lot to put the Husky team together, so he's a wonderful young man, loves his cricket. And we're setting us some good spin bowling here. Beautiful length. He's really testing Ankit, who is a very good bat. So gives you an idea of the quality. And these two, frankly, have probably played each other several occasions in Southern California. Again, he's beaten Ankit. It's very difficult to get good length spin bowling consistently, and Brahman seems to be doing that.
मुखी जी, बताइए कैसी लड़की चाहिए आपको?
अच्छी लड़की चाहिए।
मेरा मतलब है वर्किंग गर्ल चाहिए या हाउसवाइफ? जय श्री कृष्ण।
It's just
Abhinav Jain, batting all-rounder.
Quickly got through his over there and change of bowler. Nice pair of sunglasses in this gloomy weather, but that's what, you know, by Seattle standards, this is good warm weather for this time of year. And as we were talking earlier in the interview, Abhinav still getting used to Southern California conditions. Good medium pacer down the leg side, a little bit wild, that's a wide. Extras. So I'll have another run, another ball put on the over. Probably a little bit too much adrenaline. All of these fine students, most of them studying engineering, some doing finance. Right arm over the wicket. Good ball that time. Judge to wide. It's good length. He's just got to get his line now. The length is spot on. That's one of those situations where you could suddenly end up with a wicket if he gets that line better. Tried a little bit too much to get it on the offside, and the batsman was able to pick it up. Ankit scampers through for a quick single and gets out of that tight spot that he's been in for the last 6 balls. Abhinav setting his field differently now with a new batsman, bringing in number 10 here. Bring him into covers, and then we got a third man, Point. That's Point, actually. Here we go. That was a short ball, and it was punished. Excellent shot. That's a great way to get off the mark with 4. Lovely shot through the offside there. So USC playing a mature game. They've been here before. Very experienced team, and they've been playing their program. Used to run the facilities there and made space for USC cricket to start. This time a perfectly pitched ball on a length, and Sai had a bit of trouble with that one. Lovely shot. Just trying to tickle it through the slips there, but they were up to stopping the ball. Okay. Yeah. And we'll be welcoming to the commentary booth here Ashish Will from USC. Wants to, oh, it's a lovely, just a slight mishit there as they scamper through for a quick single. Ankit moving the score along. So Ashish, how do you think that USC are doing right now? Are you happy with their performance? You know, what's your strategy here?
Hi David, good to join you first of all in the commentary box. And I feel like we have had
a good start because, you know, we're only chasing 89, so I feel like as long as we have wickets in hand.
Lovely shot there. Yes.
And I mean, you know, the outfield is fast. You see, there are 2s and 3s all over the park. And I feel like it shouldn't be a problem. It's just at this point I feel like the game is about 1s and 2s.
Okay.
And rotating strike.
So you're just going to push the score along consistently.
Yeah, we started slowly, but I guess Ankit has really picked it up, and the run rate is, I think, almost 6, I guess.
Your gentleman here wants the score. I think that's Abhinav was asking for the score, see how you guys are getting along. So you're happy with the way you're ticking over the score? And
yeah, I feel like this opportunity we have here is amazing for all the schools.
Yeah,
you know, we are really thankful to American college cricket. You know, this is the first time I think we are playing, you know, in front of like a decent crowd here.
Right.
And like this just promotes American college cricket.
Yep.
Like, and cricket in general.
And I think Southern California's had a rich tradition of cricket, but it's really never been known in the general community. And I think probably television is the way to bridge that gap. And it's great to have some good young cricketers who can do it. It's a beautiful shot there to leg side there.
It's a beautiful shot, yeah.
Picks up the ball right from the bowler's hand. And
I feel like when you see schools coming from as far as Washington, the Huskies are, University of Washington, they represent.
Yes, yep. And
it's just very encouraging because I think they see the value, coming all the way.
They made a good effort, I think, for a first year team. Brahman, of course, has played here in Southern California. Have you ever played against them?
I haven't played against University of Washington, but the other teams, the UCLA is participating.
Right.
And in fact, we play them in the League 2 here.
Did he? Mm-hmm.
But every year we have played them like in the American College Cricket Tournament. Like last year we played them, and I'm like,
good bowling.
We lost, so it's not like I don't have very fond memories from last year.
Really? A nice little push through there by Ankit. Quick double.
That's 2 runs right there.
2 runs.
That's a beautiful.
As you say, just working the clock, pushing around the outfield, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That one is playing on the onside there.
I feel like here, at Woodley, especially at this ground, Motter and Wonk, these boundaries are huge. So you really need to convert those ones into twos and twos into threes, and that's how, because if you just keep rotating the strike and you play 20 balls, you will see the difference that at the end of 10 overs, you will see, you will end up
with
a strike rate of 100.
Yeah. And we noticed earlier, that's a crafty effort. That was an attempt to quick stumping there. Ankit had his footing in the crease, so he survives an appeal. And he's anchoring this innings very well. He's a cool captain, isn't he? He handles pressure very well.
He is young and he is very, I would say.
Do you elect your captains, or how do you choose your captains?
So it's more like, spinner, left-arm spinner.
Yep.
And a left-hand bat.
It's always useful to have a left-handed bat. A beautiful shot.
That should
on the offside there.
At least 2 there.
And of course, for our listeners, the offside, for a left-hander is the opposite for a right-hander. So it can be a bit confusing if you play a right-hander and you hits on the onside, and then same direction the left-hander puts it on the offside. So
and I feel like for the
one
spinner,
of the nuances of cricket.
I feel like, David, for the spinner, especially when you have a right and a left-hand combination in the middle, it's
excellent catch.
Is that out?
That was an excellent out, and had to dive as he bounced the ball off the gloves there. And if that was almost a highlight. It could have been like the one last week when
I'm just seeing the replay, and that was a very good catch.
Yeah,
and the catch, he took a left-handed catch. That was very athletic.
And that's Satik Jawalia, and excellent piece of wicket keeping there. And the batsman can feel that he was out to a brilliant catch, really. So it's an excellent effort. And Ankit's played a very good anchoring role here for USC. And I think they've got enough batting that they'll be able to bring it home nicely.
So Gaurav Mathur, he's another left-hander on our team.
Okay.
And he's a medium pacer and a very good left-handed batsman. So, and he's an explosive batsman. He just needs to play a few balls, and then you'll see,
he'll zero in on the boundary, you think? Or
yeah, I think so.
He's not going to play around the clock. He's going to go for the...
He seems small. He's not that tall.
He's very compact.
Very compact.
As a lot of good batsmen are. I mean, most of them are under 6 feet.
Vikrant, batting all-rounder.
So you expect him to play himself in a couple of balls here and then go to work, huh? He's getting right off the mark.
I think it's...
Beautiful offside shot there through the covers.
It will be sensible if he plays, feels, like how the ball is coming on the bat.
I'm Gaurav Mathur, left arm, medium pacer and left arm batsman.
Yeah, he seemed to be very comfortable with that first shot. And that's what I've noticed with cricket today is that, you don't have any time to play yourself in. You have to come in ready to blaze away, with this, especially with just 15 overs.
Yeah, with the shorter format, I feel like you don't have that much time.
Right.
Where you can play a few
Are there any
balls.
ways that you ready yourself for that, not able to play yourself in sort of format?
I feel like, most how I do it personally is, or how I will recommend is like or I think I've seen people do it, where before going in, you take a few throwdowns.
Right.
Where you feel a few balls in the middle of the bat, and, that's what you need,
Right.
the sound of the villa.
So you key yourself in. Vikrant Chetty, the bowler here, number 2, is a nice little spin bowler. Bowling right arm. A dabble through the leg side there as USC move the score along. As per plan, right?
I feel like these singles and doubles, as long as we're rotating the strike here, I feel like we are in the game.
Right, right.
And a boundary, once you get a bad ball, I think that's what you're waiting for as a sensible batsman, where you can, hit those bad balls.
So Gaurav Mathur facing Vikram Chetty right now. Very beautiful off the back foot shot there down to leg side. And the bat just saved on the boundary there. A good piece of fielding.
But I think they will end up taking 4 runs.
Good
there,
running.
So.
And they ran 4, right? Excellent piece of running. As you say, these boundaries are very long, and you can run a 4.
I think that was a very good example where he just placed the ball, and they were able to run 4 runs.
Yeah, it's quite. And the key here for anybody watching is that running between the wickets is every week, or
I think I know many people on our team here. I mean, they really do a lot of running.
Right, a lot of running.
Because I feel like when you are like playing these back-to-back games, you need that a strong core,
stamina,
and stamina.
Yeah.
And I feel like with
are you doing much weight training, or are you just mainly running in aerobics?
So I'm like a fast bowler. So what I usually do, like I would not
Lovely
lie,
shot
because you just have to work on your shoulder strength, and you need to work on your quads,
right?
And then you need to work on your core. And if those are the areas I focus on, and I usually try to work out at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay, that's excellent. What about diet? Do you have any?
Yeah, I try to cook at home.
Yep.
And
Vikrant coming in now. It's just a real good wrist spinner, but short there. So
that's a very well placed shot just behind square. And
so Sai Charan picks that one up.
That should be
hit it to leg and
2 runs.
Quick double there.
David, you've been involved with American college cricket now for a while.
Yes, I actually joined Lloyd in about 2010 when it was doing the championships. In fact, it was when I dropped in actually in 2009 to see him. 2010 was when you guys came over, right?
Yes, yes.
I think we were on the same plane, actually, if I recall. And
so,
it has grown enormously from 9 teams now to 71, I think, around the nation. And the regionals are really becoming major events now. And I don't see it changing. I just see it growing because the schools are supporting cricket, and it really is the best and healthiest place to grow the game in this country. So I think.
And I know that you have been involved with the local community, with American College Cricket. They support the local schools, cricket in local schools.
Right, they do. Yes, and well, I mean, it's nice for the local schools to see a good quality cricket demonstrated, and the various universities playing it. It gives them a sense that, if they're not on their own when they go to a university. And in fact, recently, Mustafa Khan, we played on the homeless cricket team I put together in 1996. He had all the kids coming up to USC, as you well know.
Right.
And you had a wonderful program there for them last Friday night, I think it was, at Cromwell Field. And the kids were just delighted because they had some attention paid to them, which is not the case in a lot of the inner city schools.
Right.
And so there's anything you can do to give these youngsters a chance that they see that they're respected and loved, I think makes a big difference. And cricket can do a lot for that. And of course, the other thing is that not everybody is going to be a baseball player or a basketball player. So this gives the inner city a chance to try something else with a much more global
options,
route reach, as you well know. So anyway, back to the game here, and the Brahman sort of trying to stem the running here of USC, but they are managing to keep the scoring moving along. So we're quick field adjustment here as Brahman tries to stem the flow of runs.
That was a good chance to get size wicket, but I guess he didn't expect the catch. And
right, yeah, that was. And sometimes you do see people holding back on catches, and that's where the amateur and the professional divide is, I think. So I think if any side wants to improve, fielding is key.
Yeah, I feel like as we were talking about fitness, and that's the other area, like feeling, taking your catches.
Right.
If you want to, be a top team, then those are the things you need to focus on.
Yes, yeah.
मुखी जी, बताइए कैसी लड़की चाहिए आपको?
अच्छी लड़की चाहिए।
मेरा मतलब है वर्किंग गर्ल चाहिए या हाउसवाइफ? जय श्री कृष्ण। जय श्री कृष्ण।
Well, I noticed earlier when you were training on the ground here this morning that you really did emphasize high catching, and you got 3 of them, and this time to limit the Huskies. So that training does pay off, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It's just a game of repetitions.
Yes, yeah. So it just becomes second nature.
Exactly. Your muscle memory, as you catch more,
right,
you get more comfortable and you're more confident.
Yeah. And that's so a little break here as the batsmen adjust their equipment, and now we're back on. Let's see how we do here.
And he's coming.
What would you say, medium pace?
He's a medium pacer, and I think he's coming round the wicket to the left-hander.
Beautiful. Lovely shot.
Just go over with San Diego, so I will brief you guys.
And he's put that one on a length, and no run scored. Adjusting the field slightly, brings in a point. Fill that gap there. Well, actually, no, square leg, because he's a left-hander, isn't he? There you go.
Yes.
He's a left-hander, so it brings in the square leg. Slams that down. Tries for a bump. And interestingly, it didn't really bounce all that high, so the wicket is, although hard, is still probably a little bit damp.
I noticed when I started bowling, I bowled the first over, and there was a few balls which carried through to the keeper, but then there were a few balls which kept a little low. And I think, as you mentioned, it could be the dampness in the air and dampness on the pitch specifically.
Forces you to play with a straight bat, right? A little bit. Yeah. You can't. You're more likely to get out with a shot across the line.
Of course.
Avinash coming in here. And, I think he got an edge to that. And
that should be 4 runs.
4 runs. It'll be good to see the replay on that and see how those runs were scored. But it was an edge because there's no buy signal, so... Yeah,
that was like
very
deliberate
edge
by the batsman. If you see, he knew
where the gap was, and he played it.
Shot third, man.
Yeah. No, that was a very well positioned shot.
It's trying to smack you all over the park.
Right. As we see there, a glorious 4 over covers. Pick that up on full volley. But you see, these are huge boundaries, and are we going to... No, it didn't go. It's not signaled. So.
Is it a boundary? Or
this is one.
It's a no ball too, so that should be a free hit.
Yep. So you add those runs to the no ball, and that goes down on the score. As the sun comes out and
I feel like
highlights the trees on the Arroyo here.
David, the other thing I want to mention, like when we came in this morning, you guys covered the wicket, and that's one reason why we are playing this game, because else it wouldn't be possible. So thank you for that, and thank you.
You're welcome. And it's the old improvisational skills needed on some of these events, and one of the difficulties of putting on American college cricket is you actually fly into these places, and it's not as though you're flying into an existing stadium with all the infrastructure in place. We pretty much have to work with what's available. And fortunately, I knew a little bit about Woodley and what to expect.
No, I think it just shows that, like, how far American college cricket has come, because you are going to different cities.
Right. It is exciting, actually. I know Lloyd was, covering the Northeast Regionals earlier up in Boston, and it was like very, very windy up there, and they couldn't even use this camera that we're using right now. It was so windy. And then, of course, when we went to Houston, we were on top of a 20-foot high sight screen. It's like sitting on the edge of a precipice as you broadcast. So the facilities vary quite a bit around the nation, and that's a lovely shot there, coming in at coming square to the wicket, and we're getting some good shots in here by Sai Charan, who's wanted to check on the score.
And I think 4 overs left.
4 overs left. So that's good. That when a game goes with 4 overs left, it shows that the defending side has been doing a good job.
I feel like they started, with very tight bowling, especially the 2 medium pacers, and then
you're impressed with their strategy.
Yeah, I was like that. I think that's what it is in like the 15-over or 20-over game,
right?
Where like you can't hit every ball out of the park. It's about having the patience to play those few balls.
That's right. That's right.
When you can't hit, take a single or a double, rotate strike.
Just
let the other
farm
person
the
face
strike
the ball.
As Vikram comes into bowl, and a big swing there by Sai Charan again. Scampers to the other end.
Will be interesting to see the replay, because I think was it a catch? Oh,
it actually bounced off the wicketkeeper, didn't it? It was a catch, I think, because it was an edge. After that other brilliant catch, this one went a little bit faster to the other side, and we all favour one side over the other, I think, when it comes to diving.
I think so too, and that was difficult.
It was a difficult opportunity, difficult chance. A nice little block shot there, and that's something that when you're actually talking to baseball players and they put their bat on the ball, they try to throw the bat on the ground and run, and of course here it's just a good defensive shot, and that's one of the things we have to work with when playing with baseball players. Gaurav facing again, lovely shot. Is that going to be 6? Yes, that's a clear 6.
That's a beautiful shot.
The long on boundary.
Dancing down the wicket and
beautiful,
whipping the bowler over.
So that will definitely move the runs along.
Mid-wicket boundary.
So he's definitely seeing the ball quite well. As you said, he's an explosive bat when he wants to be. There's a fine example of it.
And he's sensible in the way where
when he chooses to hit out.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like
more than catch you up with the score. So here we come with Vikrath again. Another 6 coming in. Or are we? It's going to be caught. That's a catch this time. And just slightly mishit it, but got out.
He was trying to hit this ball at the park too, but
perhaps that was a broad rush. Do you think he should have just played a ground shot on that? What do you think?
He found the fielder.
Yeah. So that was, but 2 nice shots, and 1 a 6 and 1 out. So, but I think USC have plenty of wickets in hand, right?
This is the 3rd wicket down, so I feel like we just need to again play those take those singles and doubles.
Correct. So who's our incoming batsman is Ashish Railan, right? Ashish Railan? What's the story on Ashish? Yeah.
Yeah, so I think...
we're fighting...
yeah, since I'm sitting in the commentary box...
He's borrowing your shirt, is he?
So I think they are trying to give other batsmen...
Okay. I caught you out, huh?
Exactly. They need to play a few balls. You never know when you will need...
So you're the real Ashish. What about the Ashish?
I'm Suhas Shekhar. I'm right-hand batsman and right-hand bowler.
His name is Suhas.
Suhas, okay.
He's a right-hand batsman.
And what's he studying?
I think he's an electrical engineer.
Electrical engineer.
Has a semester left.
It's a nice square shot.
For a while, with the USC Trojan club.
Sai Turan moved the score along with a quick double there.
And there, I think that was like one. I think they took a single.
Yeah. So one signal short, right?
So, David, are you happy with how the college cricket is developing?
Oh yes, I'm very excited because I mean, I think that's an excellent shot for an over-pitch ball. He just gets under that but it's not going to be a boundary.
That was a no ball. I think
that could have been a beamer shot, but he actually got under it and made runs out of it. Yeah,
and I think
American college cricket has really been a missing segment of the American market for cricket, and it's much misunderstood because you see UCLA play USC at football, and everybody thinks everybody's got scholarships and so on, and you guys are playing as amateurs and loving the game and enjoying really the entree that cricket gives you into American society in a way, right? Would you say? I mean, it allows you to develop a network of people to work with.
And I feel like, this comes down to, the vision of American college cricket.
Right.
Like people like you, people like Lloyd, who have, tried.
Well, we feel very fortunate because, there is a lot of politics that goes on in local league cricket. American college cricket we really do respect each other. We all have complementary skills, and it's a very efficient system because we know what if it rains we put the covers out, and we know we all have to pitch in, and so it's 110% effort.
Right.
And it's very inspiring to be around people that just want to move things forward and have a vision.
I agree.
In the long run, you hope everybody benefits, and that's because we're not always here forever.
Totally agree. So I think the teams are exchanging pleasantries. USC chased down the score, and we will join you guys shortly again.
So we'll speak with the Huskies first.
Yes.
How was it? How did you feel out there?
We felt it was a very good game, and we were, although we did not have the best toe, I thought we did well to create the pressure that we did, and we never let the game totally get out of our hands.
Nice seeing you. Thanks, Mary. Ankit, so you were the winning side. How do you were you able to do everything you wanted in your sort of game plan, and how do you feel about the game?
Sure. So the first thing was that we restricted them to a good score, to a below par score. Right. That's what we would say because it was less than 6 and over.
Right.
And in the second innings, I think we got a good start. We didn't lose wickets, and we capitalized on our start. And in the end, we finished it pretty early.